Hi all, Al here with more Empyrion Galactic Survival. As you can see, I'm just kind of kicking around right now looking at some of the things that I've got. What I'm going to do is I'm actually planning to build another ship this weekend. And what I want to do is to build a CV style, the capital vessel. What I want is basically to scale up the ship that I've already built. Let me show you. So, like you saw, or you may have seen last week, or over the weekend, I should say. Sorry, it's been a hectic week for me this week. So yeah, basically what I want to do is to take this, which is my crafting ship, and scale it up a little bit. One of the problems with the regular SV or the space vessels is that when you are inside them, you really don't have the ability to have a cooking station. So the best that I can hope for with this, or what I can really use it for, is extended hunting and resource gathering, mining, that kind of thing. One of the subscribers actually pointed out that I only have a single constructor, which really is a bottleneck if you're out trying to process things for extended periods of time, simply because of the fact that you're only able to do one thing at a time. So they were saying maybe to actually add 2 or even 3 constructors. That way you have one doing, say, processing raw materials, the next one processing secondary goods, and then the third one doing your final build process, which is not a bad way to do it, honestly. One of the reasons why I didn't do it for this one is because the constructor really does take a great deal of power when it's running. And the more intensive the action that it's doing, like if it's refining something, you burn through your power really quickly. So that's actually, while thinking about power, let's check this, make sure we're still everything is fully loaded. Because what I am planning on doing is I'm going to head over to the Frost Moon and pick up the Asterium. I do need it for the railguns and some of the bigger weapons, and I'm going to be mounting some of those weapons on the capital ship. So, it looks like everything here is pretty much good to go. I was doing a little bit of hunting earlier. The Triceratops that have been introduced to the game are rather good meat supplies, and I've gotten really lucky. I've had 2 or 3 herds of them spawning over here on the hillside. I think I've pulled out something like 50 meat or so. I can show you the end results of this hunting trip. So we now have a full refrigerator of the dino stew. Gotta love it. And, we've got 14 more chunks of meat and another 9 stew over here. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of food. Not really worried about going hungry anytime soon. Don't really need anything out of here at this point. I do want to grab, I don't know, 4 of those. And we're going to go throw those in the ship. Excuse me. Got a case of the hiccups. Come on, out of the water. Thank you. So let's go. Yeah, we'll go and turn the ship on in here. Yes. All right. And what we'll do is we will add. Let's go ahead and put the food away. So that's good. We have plenty of mine. Oh, we're down to 11 on the drill charges. Let's go grab some drill charges. I think I have some made. If not, they're a quick make, so I'm not that worried about them. Yeah, I've got plenty. So we'll go up to 25. That works. All right, and now we're going to head off to the ice planet. I have not been up there on this playthrough yet, so I am kind of concerned about what the drones are going to be like, because that planet did not have the nicest drones to begin with. Of course, anything shooting at me is not a nice thing to begin with, right? So yeah, I am a little worried about the new drone AI, but they did change the consumption rate for power for both the hover vehicles and space vehicles when you are planet side. Yeah, so it looks like It's, yeah, they did say they cut it by half, and it does look like they cut it by half. That's definitely not a bad thing. Oops. And we want to zoom out so we can actually see what we're doing. And let's take a look around. We're in 0G, so I'm not too worried about it right now. That's Akuma, that's, or Aqua, that's planet. That should be Omicron. So is that the moon, or is that the ice world? I'm still trying to figure out where everything is in relation to each other. With this particular in this particular update, we've since they've added the new planets and some of the new drone AI, it's kind of difficult to know where everything's at because I am on a random gen. I know I have the planets, I just have to find them. And I think this should be the snow world, but we'll see as we re-enter the gravitational field of Aqua. And then we have the polar cap shield. Alright, so that is, I think that, nope, I am heading in the wrong direction. That is the moon, right? Because that's, yeah, I think this is the dead world. Maybe not, we'll see. I'm thinking that is the ice world over there looking at it. The problem is that when you're really far out into space, you don't really have a whole lot of texture map. So that's the old starter world. I do believe this is the moon. We'll know in a second when we get a little bit closer. Looking at that texture map, we'll see. Yep, that is the moon. So we are heading the wrong direction. You can tell because of the craters. The obvious craters on it. So that was a fun way to kill 5 minutes. And as you notice, I am looking around for the drones. I have not yet cleared all of the space drones. And when you patch, some things will re-update and respawn, so you have to be aware that the drones could be back anytime you come back up here. Alright, so should only be, yeah, that's right. Okay. So at some point I will come up and start clearing out the space stations. Maybe we'll do that later this week. I will either build an assault craft or bring up the bug. I still haven't named this one. I need to come up with a name for it. I don't know, maybe Turtle? What do you guys think? Considering it went on its back while we were building it. It was almost the death of it. So, yeah, let's call it the Turtle. Okay. So we are definitely heading to the right place. We want to find... I see. Alright. So we're looking for the Estrium. If I find any Promethean, I'll probably stop and pick that up as well. I am starting to run a little bit low on power. I know, kind of an odd concept. That looked like that was the polar shield up there. So now it's just a matter of... Oh look, there's a tower there, which means there's going to be drones in the area. And look, there's our first drone. Alright, so... Hey, look at that, Estrium. Where is it at? And iron. Oh, size 15 iron. That's the iron, and that's Estrium. Alright. That's a good thing I turned around when I did. Otherwise we'd have run straight into that little drone right there. One shot. Nice. Getting better with those. So, let's see if we have any more drones around, because I really don't want to land yet. If there are drones still around, because my personal weapon is not nearly as effective as the ship-based weapons are for the taking the drones out. Oh. Alright, so let's, come on. Off the planet. Thank you. What we're going to do is, let's go ahead and land this thing. See if we have anything useful over here. Lots of useful stuff is always a good thing. Rather disappointed that they said that they fixed the chunk loading. As you can see, we're still missing portions of our planet here. Let's see. Where is our SGM deposit? Directly under me. So let's go here. And normally, yes, I would use the plasma to start the mining, but because of it's right here and it's size 11, I knew it was pretty close to the surface, so I wasn't too worried about it. I will be looking for some Promethean. I do want to take a fly around the planet, maybe take out some of the tower defenses that are here, and maybe just pay a visit to a couple of the towers. Alright, so now it's just the normal process of pulling this stuff out of the ground. I may also stop and see if I can pick up some milk off of the off the cows over there. I've never actually tried to milk one, so I'm not quite sure how that whole process is going to work. It'll be interesting. Now this is a size 11 deposit, so we should be able to pull, I think, about 300 total ore out of it. I think it's 300, maybe a little over 300 on the size 11, because the size 5s are 200, so well, maybe it's like 400 or 500 then. I don't remember. I'm sure that there's a chart somewhere. Somebody has sat down and figured this out. Alright. What I would really like to see is, I think I would rather see it be a multiplier, not so much on the size of the... Oh, hello. On the size of the ore deposit, but on the amount, like the density of it. The make it basically like a quality or a pureness. So instead of being a size 5, 6, 7, whatever, it's, you know, a resource density of X, Y, or Z. I think that would be a little bit better as far as like the resource management system goes, because it would allow you to extract more, and then maybe do something with like an upgrade system on the mining tool, where you have to have a certain feature equipped, or, you know, there's an upgrade to it that makes it more efficient, or something like that. It's still early in its development, so I'm not that worried about these types of things. It would just be, you know, something interesting, maybe something a little different. If you guys like it, let me know. If you don't like it, you know, let me know too. Give me your thoughts on it. I'm kind of curious to see what everyone thinks about those types of ideas. And we are a good way through this particular vein already. That's a good thing. And the resources will eventually start despawning. I'm not too worried about it right now, because it's a couple of minutes for it to happen. I mean, I think it took like 5 or 10 minutes before. So if you let them sit long enough, they will go away. Or if you leave the planet, I think they will despawn as well. So just something to keep in mind. You don't want to get too wrapped up to where you're completely forgetting about the stuff on the ground. Alright, so gives us 250. I did park my ship a little close to the resource deposit. I generally try not to park that close because I do have a tendency of mining things out. And as you can see, I do tend to make very large craters with my my resource gathering. Alright. So, if that's 300, that should be good for now, right? 285, we're almost there. I want to have at least 300 because I don't like coming back to the planets if I don't need to. And because we're looking at, you know, possibly doing some tower stuff today. Actually, looking at the time, we may run out of time before I finish gathering all the resource. So what I will do then is we will finish the mining, and I'll finish the rest of this off camera. I'm probably just going to go ahead and mine the whole thing out at this point. And when we come back tomorrow, we'll go ahead and start working on some of the towers. All right. So with that, I think I will go ahead and call the episode here. So thank you all for stopping in today. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more, or you just want to see more Empyrion, make sure you hit that like button. Not only does it help the channel grow, but it also helps me know what content you're enjoying and what content you want to see more of. So the more likes, the more likely it is to have more episodes being made. If you haven't done so already, I do suggest that you subscribe, simply because it will keep you up to date when new content's coming out, but I'm sure you already know that by now. Just like with the comments, if you have any suggestions, tips, feedback, whatever, every video has a comment section. Make sure you're using it. It's the best way to get the feedback that you're looking for. And if you have any questions, it's the fastest way to get an answer. So, with that said, I again appreciate everybody stopping in today. I hope you had a fantastic time, and I hope the week only gets better for you. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye, and take care out there. And be safe, everybody.